Another thing you'll see is when it's push in SAI, it tends to be like the para and not the actual credentialed teacher, which unfortunately under the supervision of the credentialed teacher is permitted. It's like a CODA or a SLIPA, right? And we found out that this para who's supposed to be providing SAI was going with the child to PE, and then the teacher said he just sits there, and of course if other students have questions she'll help them, but then she'll go back, but she wasn't working on anything. So you really have to be clear with the team when there's push in SAI minutes. The purpose of that is to be working on the IEP goals. So what goals are they working on? If there's no goal related to PE, then why is that person going to PE? I mean, if there's no social goal or something that would make that make sense, right? Which in this case there wasn't. And I called them out, like, you're really utilizing this person as an aide and not an SAI service provider. So all of that is going to be made up. But that push in service, you know, those minutes should be provided and dedicated to and attached to those IEP goals. Again, if they're social or if they're academic, they should be going in. Another thing that often happens and shouldn't be is, let's say the child has math goals and the SAI provider is going in when the whole class is doing like reading. And so then they're over here in the corner working on math and everyone else, you know what I mean? So it should also be in line or aligned with what the class is doing. If you're pushing in, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be that they're getting their own segregated little piece of instruction. So just being mindful of that and really making sure that all of those minutes are being accounted for. So you need to make it clear and make it written as such in the IEP that if they're pushing in, when is, you know, because oftentimes students have both, like ELA and math. So what time of day, have the schedule attached to the back of the IEP when the provider's going in, and making sure that they're following that schedule. And there's usually a comment section in the services, or if not, you can write it, you know, every district has a different format, but it can definitely be written as such if it has to be in the accommodation section, wherever that template allows for it. Otherwise, why are you pushing in? Then pull them out. You know what I mean?